Hey, what's up, y'all? I'm Erica Connor, and you're watching What's the 411. I'm here with Ernie Hudson, who's playing Monroe Kelly in his new film, Conga. How you doing, Ernie?
I'm doing fine. I'm really very good.
Good, good. So you sort of like a silent star. Yeah, because you've done, what, 11 movies to date now? The Crow, Hand That Rocks the Cradle, Sugar Hill, both Ghostbusters, right.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure there's plenty more.
Yeah, no, I've done probably about 40, maybe even 50 movies, but I've had 8 movies in the last year and a half that was released.
Okay.
Basketball Diaries is out now, and Speechless was out in December, and it's been a few things.
Okay. Why don't you tell us about Conga and your character, Monroe Kelly? Because to me, Monroe was sort of smooth, sarcastic, and he always seemed to be smoking like this clove cigar, this cigarette thing.
Well, I've sort of wanted to I want to do a spin on hip. A lot of times when there's a black character, the studios say this is what it means to be hip, that it has to be urban, the guy has to be down, the guy has to talk a lot of slang. And I want to do a character that was cool in his own way, but not to play into the stereotype. And he's the leader of this safari, so he's in a position of authority, but he's very confident. He's sort of my definition of James Bond,
Right.
in his own
Real
way.
laid back, right?
Yeah, real laid back, but real confident of who he is and what he's capable of doing.
Welcome, Hamilka, right?
Yes, hi, hello.
You're not looking for Solomon City again, are you?
What are you talking about?
Mr. Hamilka here was part of a disastrous expedition about, what, 5 years ago?
Please, I would prefer you not to...
They were looking for a city called Zinj. Unfortunately, it doesn't exist.
It does exist.
Fine. 3 members of the safari died from exposure. The 4th was shot by we don't know who.
It was an appalling suicide.
We won't quibble. And Mr. Hamilka here had to be carried out of the jungle by, as I remember it, me.
I knew he was a Romanian philanthropist.
Oh, he's a Romanian. And he has done a lot of good, but mostly for Mr. Hamilka. Shut up, you filthy...
From Wayne State University with a bachelor's degree.
That's right.
Received a full scholarship to
To Yale.
Yale School of Drama. From there, you did The Great White Hope, the
Did The
play,
Great White Hope, yeah.
and then you even done some TV appearances on St. Elsewhere. Now, how does one make a transition from doing plays to TV and then to the film?
Well, I've been married. I'm in my second marriage now. But my first marriage broke up, and the boys came to live with me. I have two older sons. And what you begin to realize is that you just got to make a living. You got to take care of your kids, and you have a responsibility. They didn't ask to be here. So for me, it's just a matter of I just got to go to work, and I have to feed my kids, and I'm not prepared to do anything else. I'm not going to work a job in the post office. I'm an actor, so I should be able to make my living. And so the hustle becomes different. Film pays more money. Otherwise, I'd probably be doing theater.
So how do they feel about Daddy on the screen, and how do they criticize?
But they're just very supportive, and I think they've always believed in my dream. And I think they've always wanted that for me. I think the good news is I've shown them that to work at something and to stick with it eventually pays off, and I think it's been a good education for them, just seeing me go through my struggle.
Right.
Unfortunately, sometimes parents don't let kids see that their lives isn't perfect and that they don't always make the right choices. And I think I've been able to share the struggle with the kids, so they're very much aware of what it's taken.
Now, how do you prepare for parts such as Monroe Kelly? I mean, you were an African tour guide, but yet, like you said, you came across as real smooth, laid back, very confident, the leader. And people don't understand that when you do shoot a movie, it's not you just do the whole segment and you just shoot it. You break it down, you come back. How do you prepare? How do you get back into that character? Because it was sort of like you had the cigar in between right here. It's just little small stuff. It's like the art of acting. It's just, how do you perfect that?
Well,
Even eye movements or a shoulder movement,
Well, Stanislavski said acting is believing, and I think it ultimately comes down to that. When you work on a character, for example, I did a film called The Hand That Rocks the Cradle, and the guy was mentally disabled. And you have to reach that point where you believe and you are in the character, and then everything, once you get a character, once you get it in your gut, then whatever you do is right, because it's right, that's who you are. And sometimes it's a little more research than other times, but you got to get to a point where, like in the Bible, say, I am that I am, when you know that you know, and then once you get to that place, nobody can take it away.
That's right. That's right. All right. So are we going to see you in some more upcoming films?
I hope so. I think the time now is for me to carry a film, and I want to do some bigger things, more interesting things, and work with some really good people. But you know, I'm fortunate enough now to have a little bit of money. I ain't got a whole lot, but I got a little bit.
Look, you done
know.
done 40 films,
And,
so.
well, I mean, I'm able now to sort of say, okay, I don't want to do that.
Uh-huh.
And when I was raising my kids, especially the older boys, I just had to work. But now at least I have a little bit of flexibility and a little bit of choice. So I'm just looking for, I'd like to be able to say to an audience, this is a movie that I believed in, and I made it for you, and I want you to go out and support it. And I think I feel that way about Congo. I think Congo, hopefully, they'll like it.
All right. There it is, Ernie Hudson of Congo.